Good morning and welcome to once again. It's almost like Robin Williams. Hello Vietnam. I'm saying hello world. Be the light every week. And it does take that consistency to do something regularly. And in this case, we are remembering who we really are. We get so beat up in life. We are, especially if you're projectors, you're merging with everyone else and everything else all the time. I'm a projector. So, where is our happy, peaceful space that everybody talks about, where you manifest from and you resonate out light? Well, if you consistently do this very simple, basic, be the light steps, I guarantee you, as I guarantee myself, it works. And that's why I do the meditation essentially every week, is to do it for myself, get back on that white horse, and to feel, wait a minute, this really is an absolutely pure, clear, empowered feeling. Maybe I am a divine being. Maybe I have the powers to work with the Creator. And see, you're not going to get that if you're going about your week with regular people who aren't doing the inner work. And how many people in your life are going to the 0 point of pure light, empowerment, co-creating with God? So you're going to have to remind yourself to do the processes so you can be the light. And after a while, your emotional field, your spiritual field, and your physical auric field, all through operant conditioning, is like Pavlov's dogs. The minute I say, take a deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth, that has the power of 1,000 meditations within it, where it has happened. And time and space have morphed to the 0 point. So use your tools, use them with commitment and consistency. So we go to the next step of the Be the Light meditation when we simply say, I ask and intend to set a sacred space. And those of you that have been coming for a while, we put ourselves in a beautiful geometric structure, which, guess what? Everybody has their own structure. They don't know it. They're all over the place. We're all over the place. The minute we say, I ask and intend to set a sacred space, we are in a perfectly safe, faceted, geometric, let's call it a cubicle, of pure energy. And we are in charge of this sacred space. It's the only thing you're really in charge of, honestly. You can affect, influence things, but you're really only responsible for this sacred space. Just so you know, it's an octahedron, point up and another one point down. 4 sides, 4 sides. So take a deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. And now that you are the master of this space, we command everyone else's energy is removed and dissipated and wafts out of our space. Now, we're not just thinking it, we're feeling it. And the minute I remove everyone else's energy, my stomach relaxes. You can let go. This is like being in the bassinet where you still trust life and people. That just absolute, safe, unfettered, undefended state. And I'm going to keep going with this for a moment till I feel that we've all found our floating space in this warm pool of no cares, no thoughts. And this is a space, a beginning to be the light that you are at your core. So take your attention to your heart and let the eminence of the vibrational purity, cohesiveness begin to pulse through your heartbeat and vibrate that beautiful pulse of sacred light now through all of your systems. Feel your heart resting into this nurturing, loving pulse, and let the pulse move that beautiful oxygenated blood into all of your organs and your muscles, and notice there's no squeezing or restriction through tension in any area of your body. You're letting the oxygen in. You're letting the healing, the restoration, the reorganization of your physiology, all through words of your creative imagination. So let this really go deep and catch on. And now, open up your inner ear and hear the pulse of the earth. She is a living, resonant being. She exudes specific harmonic frequencies into the ethers that are interplaying and dancing with the harmonic pulses and vibrations of all the planets in our galaxy. NASA has even shown us the colors and dances of the harmonic frequencies. So imagine Earth is dancing, rotating through space and time, emitting a beautiful, I see a blue, a very deep blue, healing, rich blue. And your heartbeat is merging with Mother Gaia's alive, grounded, deeply penetrated into the universal flow, earth heartbeat. You and the earth heartbeat are now one. Notice how you barely are sensing that you're a being with skin, with the limitation, with the border. You're now expanded enough that you are liquidly floating. Liquid light through the lacy light grill of all galactic pulses in this Milky Way. And the Milky Way simultaneously is aligned with and in precision marching with pulse-wise the entire galactic field, multiple galaxies pulsing beautifully with the universal, with the all that is. So now you are a tiny speck, a tiny, tiny, tiny speck, one grain of sand within all the beaches of planet Earth is one way to imagine it. One tiny speck that holds time and space within your beautiful geometric structure. So you are part of it, but it's so huge. It's infinite. So you are within the flow and you are safely held through this fractalization of your sacred space with the infinite multi-universes of which the creator source is right in the center core. So you are receiving information and juice, mathematical, musical formulas from the Godhead itself, from source. We're doing this stair step so you don't get too dizzy because this is big. And if you ever need to just settle back, just put a chair in your sacred space so that you're sitting, reposing, observing, and allowing, and notice. To do all of this, to travel, to expand, to be one with all that is, there really was no effort. It was just the aperture of your inner knowing beyond your doing in your sensory world. We left that 10 steps ago. We began it with our deep breathing. We're letting our body be part of the tide, the flow, the rhythm of the universal tides. Imagine the tide, the tidal flow of everything flushing through your body. And maybe there's a story that you're tired of hearing within yourself. Maybe there's a timeline of something that you've had for a long time. And just take a deep breath, and on your exhale, blow it away. Done. No longer serves you. The way that you were related to things that were at that time in a certain conundrum no longer need to be present in today's configuration. Do you see how it doesn't fit? It's like putting an old tired puzzle piece in the nowness of today, of all potential, while you're in the universal flow. And see if there's anybody else's energy, your thoughts, their agendas, traumas you experience with them. See if there's any little speck, like a black fly, floating around in your beautiful, beautiful body, something that's out of place. And we ask and intend that with grace, appreciation, and blessedness for all that we learned, for whatever this little black fly represents, but we are now choosing to deeply, fully, profoundly, and permanently release this energy related to this person, whatever it was, from our stomach, our chest, our heart, our neck, our eyes, the back of our head, the top of our head. And now blow it out on the next exhale, because we've been there, we've done that, we're shifting out of it, and we are releasing any frequency emitting and beeping out from our field that is matching for anything out there floating around that says there's a place where I can create some havoc. You've been there, done that. We ask and intend that this old vibration, which had a purpose at some time, is now being released from every part of our body. And we are replacing that energy with who we are today: joy and presence, empty slate, openness. And we see no need to step back in and put our spurs on and dig in with anything moving forward. We see that it's actually sometimes better to go barefoot, for our body is safe and held, and we are walking in a new way on this earth. Our connection with earth is almost a transducer, for we are the element between heaven and earth. And because we are now enrobed, embodied, and merged with heavenly frequencies, there is nothing in the 3D that can get in and unhinge, unhook, or trigger. It's just not possible. Because the flow is now coming through your crown chakra so strong from heaven that it is dredging and releasing and opening all dams, all streams are now flowing through your body of the highest frequency of divine light. Just allow it. You're getting there by the percent. Just let it go. And as this occurs, it is impossible for anything on earth. You've lost the other side of the snap. The other side of the hook is now gone. Remember those old little hooks we used to sew when we took sewing or snaps? The earth and all of its lessons and dancing, and there's nothing to hook onto within you. You are free. You are diaphanous. You are fully engaged and holding the frequency of heaven that holds no grudges, no issues. It's unthinkable to imagine trauma occurring in heaven. So you are in an entirely new embodiment and biofield. We could use the word impermeable. We could use the word free, transparent, diaphanous. Things go through us. There's no place for anything to stick. There's nothing to prove. It'd be unthinkable to have to pick up a weapon, even. We know that the energy coming through our voice is a sword of truth. And it cuts through nonsense, dissonance, manipulation, and betrayal in a nanosecond. We know that simply by being present and gazing upon an environment, those with eyes to see will see a light, will see a laser beam of a potential of new choices and new ways of health and joy. So take a deep, deep, deep breath. And this is probably enough movement and steps for today, but do wiggle your fingers, and you might want to squeeze your legs, your neck. Yes, it is real. Yeah. Oh, your skin's holding all this energy in now, isn't it? Wonderful. Wonderful. The main thing is to recognize how you are feeling right now and make within yourself and ask and intend to hold in and anchor this frequency of truth and light, which actually we just uncovered it. It was there all the time. But for it to be the dominant, realized, perceived frequency, recognized by you, your psychological profile, by your personality, all parts of yourself are getting that there is a light in me that is indistinguishable, that I can merge with. And when I allow it to fill me fully, every cell, the Creator and I work together for good on earth. It's endless creative potential. I'm not talking just making a fabulous essential oil creation of the perfect meal, but gazing upon a situation and offering a new dance of light, a blessing, a prayer. Actually, this is prayer. Intention is prayer. But you are allowing to come through you, your presence, even before you speak or look or touch. Your presence is emanating potential light, truth, peace, and love, of which some people, too bright. Oh, I'm going to have to say horrible things about that person because somehow they're making me feel uneasy. Oh, they don't get it. It's not their time, whatever. We don't care. We always choose to hold this light because our greatest gift on this earth is to be who we are and to love that being that we are. And in this moment, we are choosing to do this fully. And so it is. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to put a beautiful golden resilient egg around our entire energy field so that while we're in this, somewhat different state from the external 3D reality, that we have a little buffer, resilience, things can bounce off for a little while. And don't forget, if you bounce out or you forget or you're not refurbishing, bounce back in. Because you can open your eyes now. This is how we are. Here's our mind, our body, the to-do list. Someone's not being the way I want them to be. And this is where we want to be. Our mind and our body at the center of peace. Right in the middle. Time and space, right in the middle here. 0 point of all that is. And that's where your power is. That's where your connection to working with the powers that be. That's where it is, right there, all in that 0 point. So it's always available to you. And if you need any support, come back next week, Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific time. I'm always here. And these YouTubes go up on the YouTube channel, which is called Jan Jorgensen, Be the Light and SOAR. So I'll see you there.